a long interview and a little chitty chat. It kind of bifurcated this stream. And I guess I ditched out on y'all. I could have ended my stream. I guess I didn't. Sorry, guys. And so here I am back, 27 seconds in, and looking all right. I'm not sure if it's sounding okay. There's nobody in here. Nobody's been alerted. So I'm just going to chalk it up and do some chalky doc. You know, see how that goes. Try to stay close to you guys tonight. Had a really good time talking to Shannon from Chicago, and catching up on the old days. The old days for me in this protest, the first days. And she gave me, hey Kyle Vanderwalker, all right. Good to see you. Good to see you all. Everybody in. Is everybody in? The ceremony is about to begin. So, had a good time talking to Shannon, and hope to in the future. Hope to have more in-depth conversations and storytelling and strategery amongst us, and some more coming together. Unfortunately, can't always be together, can't always be in communication, but I'm glad we finally reconvened. You know, I'm a tough person to get a hold of because, I don't know, I live in my head and I'm afraid of people, and so generally that's generally the thing. You know, like, for whatever I put out there, I generally just think to myself when I'm picking up the phone, oh, nobody wants to talk to me, not really. And in fact, they might. And in this analysis, I miss opportunities, and so I'm glad I didn't completely miss this one. And I availed myself of what was there to be had, and it was good. Yeah, I miss hanging out with the Chicago crew, and I hope that they have a great season of growth in their protest, and that they come together and grow from strength to strength. Yeah, so all right, who else is in here? Hey, y'all. Let's see. Renee B, hello, everyone. Martha Reese, what's up? Hey, y'all. As the sun goes down, another cult day. Man, mosquitoes are out in force. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to, man?
Go finger your asshole, bitch!
Who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
Fuck you, dude! Go finger your asshole, motherfucker!
Why don't you come over here and make me?
Fuck you!
I'm guessing that was for you.
That's fucked up.
What was that?
My heart's racing right now. He just
How
walked
clo-
up and started screaming at me.
Yep.
And was very much in my face and very loud. And then he told me to go fuck L. Ron Hubbard, and I was like, well, he's dead. And he's like, how do you know? It was really fucking fucked up, and so I just kept telling him to get out, and he kept getting closer to my face, and he was spitting on me, and I was. That's why I kept encouraging him to just punch me in the face, because I was hoping he would just get it the fuck over with, because that's where he was going.
Seemingly.
His fist was clenched, and he was ready to wind up and punch me in the face. So.
Well, we will mark and remember that one.
Yeah, he's new.
Oh yeah, that guy's real crispy from the sun too. Guy's been out. See, I think this is another. You're being mistaken for a Scientologist, and that's why he might invite you to have sex with L. Ron Hubbard.
I was just like, "Why are you protesting?" And he's just like, "You've never been in there." And I said, "I don't need to be in there." And he's like, "Fuck you! You don't know what they do to people." And I said, "I do know."
Oh.
And then he got up in my face, was screaming and spitting all over me, and it was really great.
Oh,
and
so
you know. Finger my asshole.
Yeah, I asked him to do that, to say that to me. And I asked him to come back over, and he declined.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He declined.
He had no interest in dealing with you.
No. And that would have been fun. But I don't need to do any violence, but I would like to scare that man.
Yeah.
And we'll be doing some of that, I think, next time he comes back around. I'm so sorry. You're all right.
It's like anytime you approach somebody who's like sitting down, it's like fucking intimidating.
Sorry. Fuck. Wow, I forgot my fuck. So, hey, child trafficking cult members. You do understand that kids cannot consent, right? Children cannot consent to auditing. They cannot consent to be audited or to give auditing. And if you have been involved in child auditing, you have been part of child abuse. If you have received auditing from a child, you're a child abuser, okay? And as such, Scientology stands as a child trafficking ring, a racket, wholesale child endangerment and abuse. Is that what you want your life's work to be? Is that what you want your legacy to be? To be on a laundry list of child traffickers? Once federal falls, why are you walking closer to me, you fuck? Why are you walking closer to me? By protecting this child. And evil is the most easy to discern evil. You can choose to leave. It is your choice to stay. You can choose to leave this cult. Avail yourself of the ready-to-hand public information that's critical of Scientology that proves everything that I say to be true. Check out the survivor stories on SPTV on YouTube, or the SPTV Foundation that is offering services to help you get out of this cult. 727-266-5797. 727-266-5797. Go ahead and call the cops. Oh, Danny, thanks, man. Good to see you. Good to see you in here. Renee B. Homeless person, many addicted and mentally ill on this. Absolutely. Austin, it's a tough place sometimes to make it go. In the state of Texas or in anywhere in the United States. There is not the ready-to-hand public funds or trained mental health professionals to be able to handle the caseload, to be able to handle the load of the homeless population anywhere in the United States. And it is sad. and I would say unconscionable, especially for the richest country in the history of the world. Very, very. If you're the richest country of the world and you have some of the worst from your Yeah, I'm not going to film any freaking kids. Jesus. It's disgusting. Disgusting. It's my least favorite thing that I see on the streets out here. You guys bringing kids in and out of these orgs. It's disgusting. I don't want to picture it, but I'll definitely make sure you know that I see it and my audience knows that it's happening. Young, impressionable kids should not be exposed to this claptrap, to a high control group, from their parents, where they're like, you're their only source of comfort and sustenance. And that becomes conditioned upon what? So, you're going to hide behind kids. You work at a child trafficking cult. I'm not going to picture you. I'm not going to picture these kids. Get them out of this cult. Let them live a normal life that you didn't get to live, that the people who were born in here didn't get to live. You're not clearing the planet. I looked down the alley and it was these very young kids. Like one single digits, the other one maybe 11, 12, I don't know. But they've got their whole life, in front of them. It's their formative years. Levels of attachment or emotional security, the ability to react, all these things. And if they're getting Scientology lessons, all of those things are being marred. I mean, in some ways you can get some of it back, but just some of it is irreparable damage that you're just going to have to basically figure out a way how to mitigate the after effects of for your whole life. Your whole freaking life. These things that are done to us as kids, if, you're a victim of various abuses or have trauma in your life, it's not about having them go away, having the pain go away. It doesn't go away. You can lessen the intensity. You can learn how to manage how you feel about it and your reactions to those feelings. That's all you got. And that's a lot. That can make life totally tolerable. I mean, for people transitioning into these things, it doesn't seem that way. And I would say for anybody having trouble coming to grips with anything like that, hold on. It gets better. Hold on. If you can't find the good therapist now, hold on. Interview them. Audition them. Because they're meant to be working for you, and I know it's the hardest, especially when you need help and you're in crisis. But I think in those situations, it's the advice that I've had, that I do have, because I've been there. I've been trying to access care in crisis, and I've had it not work, and I've just had to keep trying. That's the only thing that really got me in now with this same therapist that I've been with for like 2.5 years. And it's been really wonderful. So, but just seeing kids come out of the org like that, it fucking gets me every time. Wow, the rain's really cleared out the alley. Wow. Oh, Enjoying a little cigarette at the child trafficking cult. So, what good has Scientology done for you that you would acquiesce to hanging out with a bunch of child traffickers? She didn't want to tell me. She didn't want to let me know why. Why the child trafficking? Why the hanging out with the traffickers? What did they do? You know, do they have something on you like Rumpelstiltskin or something? They got your kid? Well, in some cases they do. They are Rumpelstiltskin. I mean, now I kind of want to put L. Ron Hubbard's face on Rumpelstiltskin. Thanks everybody for being here. I hope things are going well for you. It's a crazy time in the world. A lot of division, a lot of hardship. It's kind of harder to live in the United States of A and a bunch of other places than it has been recently, and I think getting a lot of people down in a very, 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 very serious way. And so to those of you struggling out there, you're not alone. Not that that makes it any easier. Sometimes it does. Many times it don't. Like, yeah, I know that, and it's hard, and what else? You know, right? So, yeah, crazy world out there right now. But I'm glad we've got some fighters trying to make it better. Seeing Michael and LA Audit and crew show up to these meetings and push the city council towards more understanding of what's going on the street and the dangers that the cult of Scientology is presenting to the citizenry, and that it's not just a he said she said about like what is and isn't a religion. It's the very real harm and the crimes that they are committing right now in plain sight, and the multiple civil infractions that it seems the city is just saying, well, we're powerless to do. I don't know. They're Scientology and they've got a religion thing. I don't know. So it's about at that level right now. But it takes some time to convince people who, they probably didn't get into being a city councilor. The aspirations that they have politically to go after Scientology, and so. That's why these kinds of education efforts and people showing up over and over again to these meetings is absolutely necessary to start the ball rolling so that they even know what the heck is going on. And it does, disappointingly, take a bunch of different tries. But generally, I've found groups like the one that's forming up around these protesters in LA that are willing to show up to these meetings are the ones that are ever effective, are the ones that ever get anything done. The ones that are willing to keep it up and have this ongoing conversation with the politicians and whatever elected official, whoever has any kind of jurisdiction or purview over the issue of concern. Oh. Yeah. LA Audit is awesome at, yeah, absolutely fantastic. We've got some serious newcomers as well, and not so new. But freaking Becky's killing it. But yeah, Michael's a fierce advocate. Fierce. And I think I am forgetting somebody else that usually broadcasts in that isn't in the room. I guess Jessica and Streets were at this last one too. Uh, and I mean, I'm not in any way trying to discount or downplay what they do. I mean, holy Moses, they are titans of this movement, absolutely, and you know, I give them all the respect. They are freaking awesome, and they're very, 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 very effective in different ways, and also showing uh, how different approaches are definitely effective. Uh, so. Uh, but, yeah, I'm glad some of the protesters have taken to broadening things out and showing how the city's being absolutely terrible over at UCLA, and shining a light on that. I think Streets has been relatively brave in venturing down there and getting into the fray, because I mean, they don't care who they catch when they kettle. You're another fish in their barrel to shoot. You know, don't care. And I mean, when they did arrest Streets, I think, I mean, you could hear maybe the extension of their pants from their excitation. It's just quite disgusting. So, yeah, being who he is and going down there, I mean, you know, wow. You know, they already want to hurt people, and they definitely, I'm thinking they want to hurt him, or some of them do. So, they just give him a real good excuse. Oh, wow, he's protesting along with all of these other, however the heck you want to inaccurately characterize these protesters. These children of conscience who are trying to save us all from ourselves. We're spitting in their face, stamping their teeth out, kicking their teeth out. So, yeah, man, I'm getting eaten alive by skeeters back here. It's, they're usually not back here, but it's like a freaking swamp. It's like a swamp, y'all. Ba-ba! Okay, so I'm still heard. Let's see, yes, Streets is amazing. He has the passion. It comes from its, yeah, absolutely. I'm huge. Deleting nasty comments as soon as he's back, Denise. It's hilarious. I mean, whenever I see one of the, thanks, laughs me. Whenever I see those deleted comments from that individual, I'm like, oh yeah, right. Playing stupid games, stupid prizes, you know. So, you know, just trying to take advantage that I don't have a mod and right now, and so trying to get over, I think, perhaps their affiliation for or affinity for dirtbags. Sorry, I can't fit that bill so much as you know, the darkest of loserish Tonys. The loserish of dark Tonys are the most feeble and impotent Tony ever to Tony a Tony. Roni. So, seemingly, from what I gather from this person, you know, they're, you know, not too cool and trying to butter me up and doing the old troll thing of like, oh, butter you up, screw this person, let's see if I can cause a fracas. And, I mean, you know, I can definitely be entered into such things. It doesn't take much to get my blood up, I think. Faster than some, at least. This might be a genetic trait. It was a very quick adrenaline reaction. So, hey, y'all. Let's see. You got but I don't think our ideas are quite aligned there. I don't think they are. I mean, how many times have I had to time you out? I don't know. I'm not sure if that's disingenuous or what. I just have to assume that it is because it's so nonsensical. I mean, why would I ever have you on? Is you run down my friends and you're part of part of this movement that's running down a whole lot of my other friends. And I mean, I'll have any trolls on here like this to spout their stuff just to show people what the heck it is, and so that this is what it looks like. Everybody, get out your troll identifying chart and mark and remember. It's pretty much what I try to. So for pattern recognition is why I allow trolls out here to do a little romper room, and it's generally bad trolls. People that don't know what they're doing. Think they can get a rise out of people by just I don't know, doing the basic schoolyard stuff. So, I mean, I've got OSA on my ass. So, and I say it all the time, as my father says, when you've met the bear, the wolf does not scare you, and you're not like a wolf or a fox or a lemming or, I've seen real mean people, and I've been around dead-eyed killers. And so, an internet troll is it's really funny how they believe they're intimidating, because they're not. I mean, they are to some people, but, and, that magic only works as long as you give yourself over to it, I guess. Or it reminds me of, say, in primatology, looking at different behaviors that gets you marked as an alpha or scares everybody temporarily, like a less strong male of the group will get some kind of attention getting or scare tactic. I think this one Jane Goodall video, I saw one taking an empty fuel can and kind of marching it up and down, making a whole bunch of noise by clattering it in front of himself, and basically everybody's afraid for a few days, but then they figure out what's going on, and that definitely the strongest male can overcome this thing, and it just kind of gets washed out. And I see Zero Dark Tony as the weaker male of the group with a can. It was just kind of scared everybody for a little bit with a bunch of bullshit that everybody's going to recognize as such, and then he's going to become infinitely and forever irrelevant until he finds another group to kind of work over. So, which I mean, will probably happen quick. He's pretty enterprising, and I think desperate for cash, I'd guess. It's who plays video games that badly and exposes themselves? I don't know. That looks pretty desperate to me. I don't know if I'd do that. I'm pretty desperate. Well, bullies are everywhere. How you react is all you. Well, indeed. Exactly. So, and it's something I try to, I don't think so, though, Denise. Identify as a rabbit, selfless. Okay. I don't think that's true. Fired from what? But I don't think that actually happened. But yeah, I try to tell myself coming out on these streets, especially after being assaulted one day or another, and having people lay hands on me or do something specifically or especially insulting or damaging or upsetting. I try to remind myself, look, man, you need to be able to take a punch. You need to be able to be punched in the face and lose a tooth and be ready to do it. Okay? And not to hit back from these people, because there's no way that the cops believing my story over some religious supposed figure here in the community. And so I will just take it in the face and try to get it on camera. That's my intention. So, especially after some upsetting thing where I feel like my rights have been violated and I think I may want to or thinking about defending myself, and, you know, like thinking, kind of seeing red thoughts, as you might from time to time, try to remind myself, no, you will take a punch to the face. And I will. I will lose a tooth to prove a point that I'm not the bully, that the squirrels, that the protesters are out here aren't dangerous, and we're not bullies. Not only that, but we will exercise the true spirit of frickin' passive resistance. No violence. Ideas. I will do violence to your ideas. I'm not a pacifist as far as like epistemology and ontology, or knowledge claims in general. Oh no. No, that's where I would like to actually have some real sport. I want to do violence to these ideas, some significant violence. Memorable violence, to mar the very shape and to mutate the visage of this extremely poor human endeavor, the like of which I think should not be repeated for the rest of human, I think, history. I would hope that it doesn't resurface once we bring it down. I think it's just when. It's when we're able to do it. Ugh. Oh, I should bring y'all closer. Let's see. Got an ore fired from Safe Light Auto Glass Repair. Yeah. No, he's a terrible troll. Hey, Marina, great to see you. So, that's disgusting. Mr. Tony is even more of a hateful character to me after hearing that. What a little bitch of an internet troll, right? Like, you're seriously going to play for stupid things like that with people's employment and BT has any freaking mouths to feed. Right, you're going to do that for despicable. Pretty fucking despicable. I don't know. Anybody support is fraud. This crap and floating crap and not the stuff that is actions and saying it. So Lord, they should hire him. Supporting this community and survivors. Looking for somebody who's trying to destroy not a journalist. He's a stupid one person. Angry about it and is uncovered the great that's even true. For the point, it's not really a conversation.
It seems
Test.
as if they were filming some sort of like high-speed sports jumping in there. The lens that they had on that motherfucking, it was like a professional, like
Telephoto from the stands.
telephoto with a stick. Okay.
Whoa. So you're saying like $100,000 fucking lens at least?
That's what they were using to film the open mic night.
Jesus.
And they had, like, real nice HT double lens in the front camera. I'm trying to make it 3D, y'all.
Oh, wow. So one of the performers that, is we saw going in last time, this younger person, I said I identified coming out here and they said they didn't want to talk because they were having a crisis. Went in again. We saw them go in.
Is that green dress?
No, white kind of linen-y shirt and an acoustic guitar on her bag about your height.
Okay.
And said came out and said she's new to the area and that she doesn't know a lot about this. Will you please just tell me about this? And just listened for like 10 minutes.
That's awesome.
So seemingly just looking for a place to perform, and this is something that's going and didn't know anything about it.
Did you tell her about the hole in the wall?
Oh no, I should have given alternatives. Yeah, I didn't have that. I didn't.
All right. That's what I'm here for. But I just had to come back here and tell you about that camera because I about fell over. Like I'm talking about like the ones that they have in the end zone at the Super Bowl to catch the touchdown.
Right? No, I get it. Absolutely.
Like, why do they need that to film anything here? What one of those people has ever moved that fast?
I mean, it's like the insurance on that lens and that gear is more than like they pay these people in a year.
They could, okay, so somebody in the chat said, okay, so either they're trying to catch Tom Cruise running and jumping in the air, or it's so that they can try to aim it and target you and see if they can wave it out.
Oh, right.
Frankly, it could be either of those things.
Well, if they put it on the second floor, they could see like right into the very many of the buildings at UT and do surveillance on them.
I'm sure they are.
So, telephoto lenses of that power and accuracy, they could see what's going on in the offices of the tower.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So we've been having a little discussion about Zero Dark dipshit.
He's such a fucking troll.
Indeed. Well, we've got Denise R back here, so that kind of prompted it. So Denise said she'll be my mod. Do you think I should accept?
I don't know. It kind of seems like a narcissist move to me.
I guess.
Too soon?
I mean,
Too soon, Denise?
if I just gave her several 24-hour timeouts or something, but yeah, I'm just trying to, in no uncertain terms, since it seems like the virus of this person is spreading a bit further and wider, to just kind of name and shame and bag and tag this person as the like incompetent and probably impotent internet troll that he is.
Oh, for sure.
And like living through maybe like a conglomeration of 20 different midlife crises.
Well, and it's likely the person who's been pocket watching us.
Yep.
And so it's like, look, bro, if you're jealous,
Because you are.
first of all, it is awesome as you fucking think, man. You should totally get your ass off your fucking dented couch and come out here and try it.
It'd be awesome.
But it's kind of giving you're a pussy ass bitch.
Pretty much.
So you won't see that.
That's what we're getting. That's the vibe I'm getting.
Also, yes, Sally, that's right. They did need that big of a camera with the telephoto zoom lens to find Davey in a crowd.
Yeah,
Accurate.
that's right. Where's Waldo Davy? You're going to need an electron microscope to find his balls.
That's right.
But
It's interesting that they still haven't blocked the trash.
oh no, I think they're trying to bait squirrels still, and who knows? There might be one cop that believes their story that going through the trash is the illegals.
Class C misdemeanor, can't take me to jail for it. Aww. And I already have a court date. You just add it to the 17th. Y'all be here, you fucking have signed to bitches or no?
Ooh, that Sciento left a lot of their cigarette. I think some unhoused individual's going to love that.
Shelving. This is like
All right, what's up, everybody? Let's see. I'm getting a delay like an old Jackie Chan movie.
I'm guessing this is some sort of shelving, although the top part looks
Denise and
like
R. Okay, Waco. That's a tough town. Evening. So,
Scientologist said he heard little Davey likes to shoot a crossbow.
yes, Pearl Snappy is safe.
And does that mean by crossbow do you mean like?
Yeah, there's some weird, like, my audio rig is like acting like it's full of RAM or something, and it's futzing out, but
On the opening day, they were taking pictures of me and KK and PA. But it's people from the landlord's office that shot. It wasn't these two. Like I knew that the landlord office is like the top level of BOSA security. I didn't know the dicks had those cameras because I watched them use them with like Abby. But also I had mirror tech and flashlight tech, so sorry about your sunspots.
oh, what, lens flares?
Yeah.
Right on. You were lens flaring them?
Yeah, well, I mean, if they have an SLR, right, it's like, whatever, it's just gonna ruin that picture.
Right.
They had mirrorless cameras, so you know what I did? Burned it out.
Yep. Oh no!
Aww.
Oh no.
Because all of a sudden I saw the guy looking through and he's like, it wouldn't work, and he was pissed, and he like ripped that lens off, took it off, like,
Oh no.
does the girl know about cameras too? Oh no.
Oh, so that's just wrecking the photo cell, right?
Yep.
Damn. Damn,
It's
dude.
just the same thing that happens if you try to film the eclipse with your iPhone.
Correct.
Burn that out.
Yep.
All the sensors and everything.
Yep.
And that's what I did to him.
Wicked.
It was a very sunny day. I know, right, Christy? Damn you and your knowledge. Damn you.
Let's see.
Oh, look at the longhorn on this.
Michael Williams, when God started protesting this cult. It's okay now, sweet. No, almost certainly not. Yeah, but this person is an F Sciento.
I mean,
I don't
think parts here. This is 15 minutes, 30. What commercial business do they have here?
The open mic.
Oh man.
So they may have contracted somebody to bring in some gear or do some work for them for their open mic night. This looks like a band van of like a regular ass band person.
All their seats are up, but there's no room for gear. They have seats going the whole way back to that van.
Yeah, but just like some amps and some guitars and some backline, right? They have a PA, they have everything, but who knows?
But it also says I love SP. Oh, it says SPI. I just think it says SP.
Yeah. So, curious as to why you're leaving the Church of Scientology tonight. You don't work here, do you? No? Are you here for the open mic? There's an open mic event. Are you a Scientologist?
Ooh,
Well, then you're part of a child trafficking cult.
Great. Do you undo your bra when you have to get audited by children?
Children.
You bring your children here?
Kids can't consent. Like tag team. Yeah, Scientology is recruiting band members. Very probably cool.
But when you asked her that, this is how she said yes. Yes. It was like
Yes.
the head shaking person.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. I mean, neo-SCOs.
I'm gonna go stand on the side of it and take them out of there.
Yeah, because they're almost certainly doing that. Well, if there isn't somebody in the front, they're going to go out the front. You know. Yeah, we need somebody on each freaking door, basically. On every org, that would be a really good goal for the street protesters, is to try to organize regular protests where you can have somebody on every entrance. Because it really increases the amount that you're able to hamper these organizations if you're able to cover all the entrances and exits. Because they just shift. And if you're just on the front and they have a side or back, if they have another entrance or exit, you'll never see them for the rest of the day. You know, I mean, Denver org, they don't care as much because, they're lifers. You know, well, they do care more. They put that RV in the way and then the van, I guess. So you don't have to. They don't have to get as close to the protesters. And Denver J scoped out this spot that was right next to the door. That's in a public alley that's much closer. That's like 10 feet away from the door. That he calls like position 2, or he had another word for it. It's freaking really hilarious. But yeah, Jay had that on lock. When I got there, he already had an idea of it, and we started exercising that. And he'd be over there. He'd be over on the not target 2. Close enough. Something like target 2. But yeah, position 2 or something. And we'd alley-oop back and forth these conversations. I mean, talk about an effective protester. That guy's the man. He's the motherfucking man. Can't argue. I mean, it's the whole reason why I went to Denver, is to learn from Jay and from MLH. Their styles are quite a little bit different than mine, and they're effective. And so I figured, well, I have the most to learn from these people, and so since I personally don't have this information, like, picking that up. So, and I wasn't wrong. I learned a ton from those guys. It really improved my protest, just being around them and picking up Jay's vibe. Jay has a serious vibe. I mean, not fun or dour or anything. How are the effective? Has another left because of them? Okay, so becoming a little less understandable. I think Pearl's picking up some good ones. Let's see what's shaking. Almost have that written. All right, everybody. Let's see what's shaking. Oh, that's 3 times I tried. All right. 4th time's a charm. All right, everybody. Here we go. So Let's see. Denise, they spread the message to people, and who knows who has left. They don't announce it. Jay is great. I mean, the okay, Denise, I've had your wild assertions with no evidence. This is what you get into trouble for, right? You come in here, make a bunch of wild ass assertions that you can't back up with anything, and you couldn't possibly back that one up with anything, right? Right? How could you actually have the information that you purport to have on that issue? You couldn't, right? You're just a bomb thrower. And, oh, that's how you knew nobody ever called? And so that's your scientific proof? That's your scientific proof is calling the number one time and nobody answers? That's your science? Have you been to college, Dix? All right. That ain't it. So try again. I won't give you, because you've been trying our patience a lot, I think. Well, it's more community rap around here for just kind of being a jerk and not offering anything substantive and just making wild assertions and trying to stir up trouble. Like not even can't hit the ball. You're boring. You're saying foundation. What? Anything other than your all right. So that looks like it should be okay. But it would be nice if YouTube live stream had like an audio meter, a way to check that you have stuff coming in.
Child auditing is abuse. Call your family and get out of this house.
So
Child trafficker!
That man wasn't about it, yes.
So it's a child trafficking cult. Danger. That's what I had out here for. Good evening. So they've put up their screens as well as, dropping the blinds. So this is what we got. We can film like this, stick of truth style.
We see you running. Child auditing is abuse. Kids cannot consent.
This one in the gray? Yep. Way to run away from an organization that is meant to be clearing the planet. You have none of the courage of your convictions. Ask yourself, how could this possibly be working if I'm this afraid of protesters? The answer, folk, is that it could not possibly be working. Okay? Couldn't possibly be. So, thanks, Jody Spumoni. Yeah, they're going all right. Leave a message is horrible. There are a lot of these things where you have to leave a message. Okay. Now, I might have some criticism of how they're operating, but you're a dumb bomb thrower. You're not offering anything other than criticism, wild assertions, conjecture. Okay? Not much more than that. So, Are you doing anything other than being a troll here in this movement, Denise? Or is it just trolling around the place, trying to run down different members of this movement? Or are you actually doing anything to help? Fuck it. Hey guys! So you are aware kids cannot consent to Scientology, right? Okay, that's it. That's it. We're done. We're done. We're done, Denise. Your stupid crap. Hey, what's up, Saul? Hope you're well. So, yeah, they've been skirting around this dude. Skirting around, for sure. So how's it working at the child trafficking cult, guys? Right? How's that? Children cannot consent to auditing, you know that, right? Not legally, not psychologically, not morally, not ethically. Cannot consent. Children cannot consent to being audited or receiving auditing. And so, if you have received auditing from a child or been in the room, you're a child abuser. And also as such, Scientology completely exists as a child trafficking ring. The work that you are doing is assisting a child trafficking ring. And when David Miscavige goes down for this and has to flee the country with some billions of dollars of Scientology money to some country without any extradition treaty to the United States, he's gonna leave people like you holding the bag for all of the crimes that you have committed within Scientology. Kids cannot consent to auditing. They cannot consent to be audited, nor to give auditing. Leave this child trafficking ring today with what's left of your life on this planet and what's left with your dignity. Come back into the fold of the rest of humanity that you have separated yourself from, thinking that you have the ultimate answers to the nature of the universe. You do not, nor did L. Ron Hubbard, convicted fraud, failed science fiction writer. One of the worst science fiction writers in the history of the game. Name a worse one. I dare you. I'll give you $1 if you can do it. You can leave at any time. It's your choice to stay. It's your choice to leave. Call the SPTV Foundation today. 727-266-5797. And they can help you get out of this destructive cult. Don't be left holding the bag for David Miscavige's crimes. Kids cannot consent. Kids cannot consent to be audited in Scientology. If you're involving children in Scientology auditing, you are a child abuser and should be prosecuted as such. And I hope to see the day that all of you child abusers are put away. All y'all. For every last thing that you did. But guess what? You could get maybe an easier time from prosecution if you give state's evidence. And you know what they say, first one in gets the best deal. So I would be quick about it. I would follow into Maine justice with my story expeditiously. Don't crash your car while you're back filming me. You know what you're doing is illegal in the state of Texas, and I'm filming you do it. Hands-free is what the state is meant to be. You want to operate that vehicle? Put the fucking phone down. Leave this child trafficking cult, by the way. Scientology is a child trafficking cult. You could leave. Please call the police. I usually speak to them twice a night because of this. And they like me. They don't like Scientology very much because you're a drain on their response time for emergencies. And you have already cost this city hundreds of thousands of dollars because of fake police and fire calls. And you better hope to God that they don't investigate you. Hope you're proud of being part of a child trafficking ring, because that will be your legacy for all time, for all history. Your name will go down as a supporter of child abuse, as a suborner of child abuse. Come on, scaredy cats. Let's go. I'd rather have other interactions than waiting for you to leave this parking lot. It seems like they got some new staff in here to handle more of the non-business that org has. What's up, guys? I got better things to do. Let's get going. Oh, are we going to call the police? We're going to call the police? Or are we going to be on our merry way? Okay, guys. You're just clearing the word child trafficking, I guess? Child traffickers! They're gross. It's not very well written, but it's something. I'm gonna keep doing that kind of further afield. So they're in the middle of an audit. It was really engrossed. So that was something. Evening. Oh, sorry. Of them should be coming at this parking lot. So let's just evening. No, please walk right over it. It's meant to be walked on.
Don't worry, buddy.
Won't, but yeah, hope you have a good evening. Oh, here comes another child trafficker now. You see, I'm just here informing the locals as to your activities and the fact that they shouldn't trust any of you people as far as they can throw you. You are working for a child trafficking ring. Kids cannot consent. Kids cannot consent to auditing, to giving auditing or receiving auditing. Kids cannot consent to that. It's child abuse. Scientology auditing is child abuse. And in as much as you are defending science and their practices, You are a defender of the abuse of children wholesale. And do you want that to be your legacy for all time? Because at this point, this is what it is. You are a child trafficker. Scientology is a child trafficking ring. If you are working for Scientology, that is what you're doing and that is what you are. Child trafficker. Child abuser. If you have received auditing from a child, you are an abuser and you should be prosecuted as such. Leave this cult. All right. They got a lot of people up at that parking lot. A lot of people left. A lot of people left to come out of that org on this stupid open mic night, whatever the fuck they got going on. Glad we don't see West Campus like hand-holding them to their damn frickin' cars anymore. Like, they've actually shown up and done anything. So. Yeah. So, let's see. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just gonna chalk around them and try to let the kids know and give them a few more messages of this stuff. Okay. So on both sides of this dorm, yeah. So we're going to go further afield from here. This is the plan. And try to spread the message around town a little bit more. Oh. Is this one of their tagged up signs that they just tried to rip down immediately? Parking by permit only. They tried to pull this stuff down here. I don't want to touch it because it might be city property. I'm not sure whether or not it is. But seemingly Scientology tacked up a bunch of like temporary parking signs with like freaking large paper clips. Yeah. is all BS, like just about everything else that they do. So, I don't see Pearl on the corner anymore. Fuck. All right, y'all. Da! Test. Okay. Doesn't seem like anybody's down there. I haven't seen the maintenance guys here tonight. Maybe it's their night off. Yeah, definitely some cult members stepping on the word cult that I left for them there. How's it going, child traffickers? How's it going at the failing org, the punishment org, right? How's it going at the org when it's definitely your career in Scientology is failing and they put you here because you screwed up in some way? I guess because you're not like doing any damn courses here. You're not making any money. You're not clearing the planet. So what are you doing other than wasting what's left of your life? What are you guys actually doing here? Guys are not clearing the planet. You're not saving anybody. You're wasting your own money. You're not even able to pay for your electricity with the amount of coursework you have people on. So what are you doing with your precious and singular life in this world other than wasting it in Scientology, which is a defunct pseudo-religion, which wasn't even barely relevant last century, let alone now? Everybody knows the word's out. Everybody knows. That's why this place is empty. That's why outside of Big Blue, AOLA, ASHO, empty. Why? Because we've caught on, and this is dying. Don't get left holding the bag, guys, because they're serious crimes that you're involved in committing. If you are aiding and abetting knowingly the injury of protected classes, being either minors or elders, oh, you're in serious crap, man. Oh, Lord. And you know, judges are kind of reflexive with protected classes. Kind of reflexive. Kind of overreaching with their punishment. Because that's the point, is that you should already be deterred from harming these protected classes. And if you're not aware of the statute, ignorance of the law is not a defense. It's not. Yeah, Denise R. is just a basic troll. You guys, have fun with that one, because it's not going to get any easier than that for trolling, for like knocking around a troll. That's why these basic trolls, it's like, look, that's a punching bag. That's like, you know, one of those like clown face things with the sand on the bottom that just pops back up after you knock it down over and over again. So
understand why I may have had that reaction. Because that's what we're not going to do. We're not going to be a bunch of obtuse idiots today. That's what we're not going to do. So Denise R got blocked because I'm familiar with their work. You were just hidden. I understand now.
all right, I don't know what else I'm gonna do. I don't know. I'm pretty yeah, guys, I'm done. I've been working my butt off here, and I don't know. Like having these same reactions. I don't know what to do. You know. Yeah, I'm ending this stream. Goodbye.